Ladies in the middle. Checks back against Carter and scores. That is atypical for the Amina Margot.
Quickly gets it back again. Oh, what a goal! Well, that sums up her season. The Gunners are WSL champions.
Long time. Football is finally back, and it's the most important one of the lot. The WSL season, should I say, has finally kicked off. And usually when I do one of these long-winded intros, it goes off the wagon, and it's already gone off the wagon. And I'm joined by Lottie. How are you?
Yeah, the wagon's lost its wheel. Pun intended, if you know what that is. If you're old enough to remember what one of those are, that's just a fact. Unless you still like them. Good. Fully recharged over the summer. It's been nice just to have a few weeks off and kind of have some time to myself. As much as I love podcasting and everything else, it's nice just to stop and switch off. But how was your summer?
Yeah, it was good. I had my nieces round, so we were doing bits and pieces with them, and just really
you had minion time.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was as much as but they didn't really want to see me. They'd rather see my sisters. So, yeah, not the favourite, but okay, we move on. We should just talk then about some news. Some of it's quite old now. Alessia Russo has finally signed. I say finally. She signed a new deal. And I don't know if you saw, Lottie, there was a lovely little video that they got where two little girls in the Arsenal Women Community Session had a little copy. I think it's like a copy and paste of the Euros final where she's gone to check to see. It's a lovely little video, and just on a piece of paper that they finally filled it over, it says Alessia Russo signed a new deal. I thought that was a lovely little touch. Yeah,
no, it's one of the most iconic moments for the Lionesses is that note, and I think it was a nice touch the way they did it, and it's nice to know that she's sticking around for a bit longer. I mean, she came here to win the Champions League, and we did it. I'm not going to let that go for the next year or so, and then I'll stop talking about it. Maybe not. We'll see. Because you know what, Chelsea ain't got it. I think all us Gooners can agree we're all happy.
I genuinely don't think there is any team at the moment that could probably offer her something different. I think
not in England.
Not in England, no. I think the only question would be abroad, so we'll probably be looking at the top tiers of Lyon and Barcelona, but I don't see Barcelona have got Europe for sure, and
we stole all their prize money. They're in jeopardy.
Yes. There's been lots of that movement around as well. We'll go on to the transfers in a little bit. But the Ballon d'Ors was released, just to let everyone know. This is all coming together, actually, in 20 days, believe it or not. So Michelle Asherman's been nominated for the young player. You've got Daphne von Damselaar, I should say, otherwise our Dutchies will actually crucify me. She has been nominated for the Yashin Award, which is the best goalkeeper. Renee Schlegers has also been nominated for the Coach of the Year. The club have also got nominated for Club of the Year. Steph Catley, Mariona Caldente, Emily Fox, Corey Keller, Frida Linardson, Marnham, Alessia Russo and Leah Williamson, all in contention for the number one award. It's nice to see so many players being nominated, isn't it?
It is, especially from this Arsenal side that have done so well last season, even if we were comeback FC for some of it. But I enjoyed it. The stress, it's what we do as Arsenal fans. It's nice to see so many of our familiar names on the list. I think for me personally, the Ballon d'Or is a great achievement to receive, but it's also a popularity contest. It's the same people that win it every year. You can look across, like, I know I'm going back to the men's, you can look across the men's over the years and it's just like, it's the same people. I think if you look back to when Alexia done her ACL injury, she was still on that list. And now I'm sitting there scratching my head like, how? And it's a popularity contest. And it'll always be like a Barcelona player that wins it. And it doesn't bother me, but it's also a case of other teams and other players deserve the recognition and not just Barcelona.
The last player that wasn't a Barcelona player to win the award was Ada Hegerberg, and that was one of the first introductions of the awards, and that was 2018. So it just tells you, bear in mind that COVID also happened, and that sort of cancelled that award as well.
Oh, of course. But it's also a case of it hasn't been around that long. It's what, 7 years now? 7? Yeah, 7 years in. And you can't deny what Barcelona have done in Spain. So I don't want to take that away from him, but it's also a case of because someone else a shot.
We should probably talk about some of the transfers. I know this isn't your hot topic, but I will just quickly go through them. I think if I talk about Chloe Kelly being back at the club, I think you're going to have the most to say on that one because you called it.
I know I called it. I stood there in Lisbon and I watched her point to the floor. I am staying. None of you wanted to believe me. None of you. She did it at the parade. She was staying. It was never in doubt with me. Never. I'm so happy she stayed. I mean, you can see how much of a spark she's got back in her life and her passion for football. It's just incredible.
What I think really sealed it was, I think there was a bit of frustration as well. Like the first 3 weeks, you had Man City, Arsenal games. So she was frustrated because she couldn't play. And they're 2 games really that she could have had really been influential in.
Yeah, well, what's his name was still in charge at the City, and it was down to his and the club's discretion whether she could play or not. And they automatically said no. And I still stand by. I think it was a punishment for whatever went on behind the scenes, because her coming out and speaking out on social media, it kind of says all you need to know, because there's been a lot around Gareth Taylor. And we've all seen it over the years. We've all heard about it over the years. Even I haven't watched women's football for long, and I know all about it. I'm in my 3rd or 4th year now? 3rd or 4th season? And even I know the ins and outs. And I just don't think he's a nice enough person to be managing women. To block a talent like Chloe Kelly, the person who's brought the Euros home, not once, but twice now. Well, we wouldn't have known it's twice at the time, but to treat her the way she's been treated, it's not right.
You've kind of hit the nail on the head without even mentioning it, that there are male managers out there that you do look at. Okay, we'll probably look back on Jonas Eifel, what happened there. It's still, I know you're staring at me.
It was good for a while, and then it went downhill. Let's just leave it.
But there are those sort of instances where you've got to be so careful. I think if I was managing a women's team, I'll be in the same boat. I've got to be careful with how I conduct myself, let's say. But that's moving away. Chloe Kelly through the door, and I think that was good business. I mean, she was so influential in that Champions League run, and that has also been helped by a small drum roll as we announced the £1 million signing of Olivia Smith from Liverpool. Now, when I saw her against Arsenal, she was really frustrated. She was getting challenged. She didn't feel like she was getting any of the ball. She was trying to do too much, and in the end she got a card because she ended up, I think she actually did foul Katie McCabe in the end. But Olivia Smith is in the building.
Olivia Smith's problem at Liverpool is she had no service. She has 0 service. It was a more fine, I'll do it myself sort of thing. I have an Avengers thing in my head. I can't remember who it is. It's doing my head in already. Thanos. But it's like, fine. Yeah, fine. I'll do it myself moment. And at Arsenal, I don't want to dive too much into the game. Oh, it's really hard not to talk about the game.
No, I think the best way to say it is that she showed what she can do and what she's going to bring.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's that excitement.
I think the price tag for me, my questioning over it has been silenced. It was silenced on Saturday. That was it. Game over. I think she's going to cause absolute havoc for a lot of defenders this season. Now she's going to get the service, and she's got someone like Katie behind her.
Yeah. And I think that all helps as well, is that without even realising, Taylor Hines said, "Oh, you're going to Liverpool. Me too." I'm looking forward to Taylor Hines coming onto the pitch, because she's going to be so influential. And not just because she's going to be that backup, she's going to be able to get games time. She can play left back and right back, which is going to be so helpful.
It means Foxy gets a break.
Yes, and Katie as well.
Yeah. Oh, Katie's not going to take a break. I don't think either of them ever will, to be honest.
The one that I think was a bit odd, but I can see why it was done, was Annika Borba coming in from Wolfsburg, the goalkeeper. I haven't seen much of her before. She was in goal for the Wolfsburg Real Madrid. No, it wasn't Real Madrid. It was Lyon. I think Champions League ties, and she let in a couple of goals, and it didn't look great. But it's another goalkeeper through the door and a little bit more competition in that area.
It is, but I don't know much about it, so I can't make comment. But it'd be interesting how she pushes Manu, because Manu's now definitely got that second shot. She's not number one anymore, is she?
Will be one to watch. I noticed that there were 16 players that had gone out the door. Most of them are out on loan. Some notable players. Layla Harbour has gone to Portland Thorns on loan until January. She has yet to play.
That's my NWSL team. Let's go.
She has yet to play for Portland Thorns, which I thought was a bit of a worry, considering they got a midfield problem. Michelle Agerman has gone back to Brighton on loan, followed by Rosa Kafaji. Naomi Williams, the goalkeeper, has gone on loan to Bristol City. Wellesley Smith is at Leicester. Rosa Kafaji has gone to Brighton. And then the rest of them are all actual transfers out. Laura Veenderreuter, Taylor Goldie, Amanda Illerstedt, Freya Godfrey, Lena Hertig, and then the most upsetting for me of all is that we've lost Leah Volti. I know he said I lost. No, that cut runs deep, because she was one of those players. When I first came in, I looked at her playing against Aston Villa and just thought, wow, what a player. She was just so influential, and you look back at what some of the players say. Even I think it's Leah Williamson actually saying in the Champions League that she cut off about 4 or 5 tackles that could have led to goals in that game. And you've lost a real brick wall to protect your back line. And she is a legend for a reason. She's been at the club for 7 years, a WSL club, 2 League Cups and a Champions League trophy. The only thing missing was the FA Cup in the end. But she was so, in that video as well, saying goodbye to the fans. You could just tell there was just this. Get the tissues out. I think that's the best way I can say without even me being close to the edge of tears here. But yeah, there was a lot of emotion around this game, as it was, because it was going to be one last chance to say goodbye to Leah Volti.
Champions League was one of her best performances. Again, she's topped us out every time I watch her. She's great to watch. We've lost a massive pillar of experience in that box, but it also opens the door for Victoria Pelova and Kyra Cooney-Cross. I want to see who's going to push who, because I know who I'm picking out the two. I'm sorry, Kyra, but it's Victoria all day long, just for her aggression, because sometimes I feel like we lack that. But it's also heart-wrenching, because how many 2-footed players do we have around? There isn't any. I know there's a couple, but Leah Volti is the first player that comes to my mind. And it is a massive loss, but I also understand why she wants to go. So I just hope she doesn't take Mariona with her. She's not allowed to.
I don't think Mariona's going to leave for a couple of seasons, if I'm honest. But for the moment, there is one player that I think might be able to provide that Aussie hole, but she's gone out on loan, and that is Leah Harper. I think she's going to be the almost like for like replacement because of how influential she is for young lioness as a young lioness, but she needs to get the minutes at the moment. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the January window as well, just to see what happens with her. But we're getting off topic because the game was Arsenal versus London City Lionesses. This is the first time that these two have met in the WSL. London City Lionesses actually managed to get a draw against Birmingham City. So this could have easily been Birmingham City on the opening day, and this wouldn't have been Arsenal playing in the airport on the first day of the season, shall we say. What did you think going into this, just as...
I think for me, it's the amount of transfers they've had over the summer and the amount of money they've been spending. I'm not a fan of Michelle Kang. I'm just not impressed because when you look at the men's game, you look at it and we always frown upon multi-club ownerships. We frown over what Chelsea do at the moment, and with having different companies under one person owning and the transferring people and everything else. And that's exactly what she's doing. Watching everyone she was pulling in was very odd because you look at some of those names and you go, right, you're bringing all these people in. How is this team going to merge? How are they going to play together? Yes, some of them might have played together in the past, blah, blah, blah. So that connection is already there, but what about the rest of them? And what do you do with the players that actually can help them win the championship? I am going to call it championship. I refuse to call it WSL2. It's not going to happen.
I'm in that boat as well. You're right.
Like,
you know
what happens to them is wrong. They've earned the right to play in this league, and you're replacing them with superstars. Like, have the wealth of experience and knowledge. I understand she wants to stay up, but I think they deserve the opportunity. There's players like Freya Godfrey, players like, what's her name?
Taya
Goldie. They've moved there to have that opportunity, but they're not going to get that now. Like, I understand Saki Kumagai. She was there before. She helped them get through. Fair enough. But you can't play her alongside Taya Goldie. They've got to do the interchange, and we saw that on Saturday. And it's when do the next generation get their flowers for me? As much as I appreciated everything, like, and understand it, it's just, what about the players that won the championship? I know some of them are still there, like Aslani and Kumagai, as I said. I can't think of who else off the top of my head, but what about the rest of the regular guys?
Jakobsen, I think, came off the bench, and she was there last season. But I think you're right. There's a lot of them that aren't there anymore. You call it, the joke is that we beat an airport and things like that because of how many. But this stinks of. Do you remember QPR in the Premier League? When they got promoted, they brought in about nearly a full squad worth of players, and it just didn't work.
I mean, according to Sky, they're denying they're spending 1.41 million on Grace Giro. Like, is something wrong there? I don't care. There's got to be some money washing somewhere. Something's not right. I don't like hanging a cloud over a new club, but it just stinks.
It is a worry. There needs to be. I'm hoping that they're going to actually realise what's happening and they actually do tighten up the restrictions, because it is really tough. If you think about, I'm going to use Durham as an example because they do not have the funds. Let's say that if they get into the top two this season, they get promoted into the WSL, it's going to be a harder sell for them.
Absolutely. I mean, it's funny, Tottenham and West Ham don't have the funds and they're still scraping by. Their clubs don't support them. Let's be serious.
Shall we get into the game then?
And yes, I am still calling out West Ham. I'm talking to you.
Well, there is a relegation playoff, which we are looking forward to, shall we say, because the third place team in the championship, I'm on Lottie's boat with this. I hate calling it WSL2 because it sounds like it's the Academy League.
It feels like 3 steps back.
Yeah. I think we've had this conversation before when it came out.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, third place in the championship, take on bottom place, relegation playoff. I'm looking forward to it. I think that's going to be such a good idea going forwards. I just wish it was a continuous thing because it brings so much more. What's the word I'm looking for? Not just entertainment, but a lot more value that
Spice.
you get for the Yeah, sugar, spice, everything nice, and throw in a couple of yellow cards as well.
No red.
Maybe depends who is playing, shall we say? There was definitely a lot going into that first 20 minutes for this game. One of the first opening couple of minutes, Emily Fox goes into the box. Her shot is dragged wide. I think that's the first shot of the game. That's within about the first 5 minutes. Shall we talk about the penalty? Because this was ridiculous, really. I'm not talking about ridiculous foul. I was talking about
she
ridiculous.
She just threw herself on the floor. It was Aslani, wasn't it?
Yes.
And I was like, I don't know what it is. I've seen her do this before, and it just drives me mad. She literally, I feel like she targeted Katie Reid because of her inexperience, and she should just put on an Oscar performance. And I thought, do you know what? From where I'm sitting behind the Arsenal bench, like, nah, there's no way. There is absolutely no way. There was enough defenders there to stop the goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the penalty was annoying because we all saw Daphne's Euros, and I sat there and thought, oh God, not again. You know? I'm just glad she had that blip during the Euros and not when it was with us. I think that has shattered her confidence a bit because I was sitting there thinking, is she going to get this? Is she not? Normally, I don't have no qualms, but I'm just like, and she didn't. So, and Aslani got her first goal in a big stadium, domestically.
Just for me, Katie Reid does get a foot on Aslani. It's just the way Aslani goes.
I haven't watched the replays of that, unfortunately. So this is what I'm seeing from the stands.
Just on the replays, I've been able to watch it back. Aslani basically, as you mentioned, she sort of jumps and then she does that head back thing. And for me, that is the frustrating thing because she basically conned the linesman and the referee out of a. It was already a foul, but you just oversold it, which means if I potentially you could have said that it could have been a yellow card and then a free kick the other way because you've gone too much. But maybe that's
unfortunately the ref had the view from behind, whereas where we were sitting, we were face on, we could see the whole thing. So then you can go with what the line is saying and what the ref says, unfortunately.
Definitely nearly got to the penalty though. It was I called it. I didn't say it out loud. But, I sort of called it to be in that bottom right corner, and she nearly got to it. I think it was just centimeters in it, and it's just one of those things. You look back on it and go, okay. I don't think we were expecting that, but
the thing is,
that opening 20.
No, not at all. Sorry. With that as well, I think Aslani got one past Daphne, didn't she? Did they come across? Oh, for goodness sake, sorry, this background messing around. No.
Sweden.
No, I'm thinking, forget that, scrap that, ignore that.
Just on that opening 20 minutes, did you feel like that was very meh, like almost like the team hadn't gotten back into gear again? We
were sitting in second gear. I was like, okay, just give this some time, it'll get back, because we're obviously just watching it to and fro. It's like they're probing each other. We've obviously got a couple of new faces in the lineups, and the LCL have completely revamped their team. So like it was just sort of probing each other to see what the other would do. Really, and that was the first 20 minutes for me.
So Aslani scores the penalty, 29 minutes on the clock. And if you want to make an introduction to the Emirates crowd, this is perhaps one of the best ways possible. People are already talking about this as a potential goal of the month, goal of the season awards.
It's a contender. No one can tell me otherwise.
It is a contender because Steph Catley plays a lovely pass to Olivia Smith, and London City Lionesses do what always peeves me off. Instead of going to, they back off, and then she goes, "Oh, if no one's going to challenge me, I'll just hit it." And she hits it, and it absolutely rifles into the back of the net. And I don't think anyone was expecting her to shoot from that far out. It actually looks like it's over 30 meters away from goal. So it's probably about 32 to 35 meters out, which is, at that time, it's just, I don't think it took everyone by surprise and just hits the back of the net. It's a fantastic goal.
There's something about that clock and goal and those kind of goals. You know what goals I'm talking about? The ones I'm always banging on about that I just won't ever forget. And that's then Olivia Smith has shut me up, and it showed me why she's a £1 million player. I had some question marks over it. I'm like, maybe I wouldn't pay that much for her to play for us, but no, I would. I mean, for her to get a goal like that in front of 38,000 people and sort of launchpad her Arsenal career like that is nothing short of incredible. I feel like there's so much more for her to come this season, and she started the season off the right way.
I think what helps is, we're going to be talking about this because Chloe Kelly's goal is up next, is that everyone's contributing and it's not just one player that it's going
She's got
through.
service, and that's what the strikers and wingers want. They want service. But with us, she will get it from everybody on the pitch, unless it's a centre-back that's hanging back. It doesn't matter if it's the wing-backs, doesn't matter the wingers. It could be the 10 and the midfielders, anywhere. She'll get the service if she's in the right place at the right time. A bit like Leslie. Right place, right time, and here we go.
Oh, wow. Chloe Kelly got her goal, and it was great to see that, because she started celebrating in the corners, and that was really good. It was Alessia Russo with the assist as well, which always helps. And I think that's one thing. If you look at the two teams that are going to be favourites for the title, not to be disgruntled against Man City, but between Arsenal and Chelsea, who are Chelsea going to rely on for goals this season? Well, it's going to be Ramirez at the moment.
It's going to be Aggie Beaver-Jones. She's already started the season firing. So...
It's about 3 or 4 players, whereas you could probably name... Hello?
Okay.
You could probably name about... you can name most of the Arsenal squad as someone that's going to score a goal. So I think there's going to be a real interesting game come, I think it's November, when Arsenal and Chelsea play each other, to see who comes out on top, especially if it's going to be them two.
They're not winning at the Emirates ever again. Heard it here first. 2 months in advance. 2 months and 10 days. I think it's the 18th of November. I'm not sure. I think it's the 18th of November. Anyway.
Someone's definitely got to stop that bomb past win ratio for certain.
Oh, no, it's actually 2 months to the day today. 8th of November. Yeah. 8th of November, 12:30 kickoff. But fixture could still change due to TV broadcast selections, and you know that game will be on telly.
Well, I'm guessing that it's going to be the Saturday game, because that's the one that gets the most attention.
Yeah.
But just some quick ones to talk about. Victoria Pelova ran in goalkeeper, nearly tucks it in, only for Kumangai to block on the line. Kumangai has this thing against Arsenal where she has to block something on the line. Going back to her Bayern Munich days, I still rage about that. Sophia Smith had an effort that went wide as well. That was another one where she wasn't closed down, and she had the shot and it looked like it was going in, but just drifted wide at the last minute. And Chloe Kelly.
With that, we haven't got Leah Williamson to lead that line at the moment, which does open the opportunity up for Katie Reid. We've seen what Katie Reid can offer, like even if it's just in cup games, but this is her real opportunity to integrate and actually gain the experience we need her to gain if she's going to be a permanent starter in the team. So unfortunately, mistakes like that are going to happen. It's not always Katie Reid throughout this game, but it's going to happen when you've got an imbalance of who's leading that back line.
I think we're going to see a lot of instances where Katie Reid's not just going to be playing centre-back this season. I think she might actually be in contention to be one of the midfielder trios, being asked to sort of fill that Walty spot. We might see, but
you need to be able to play in different positions nowadays. You can't stay in one.
You can't be. I was going to say, like, take Steph Catley. She turned around to Rani and said, "No, I'm a left back. I'm not playing as a centre back." She wouldn't be in the team, and someone else would be there instead. You've got to be happy to take your minutes where you can. And if you're a young player, a Katie Reid, it's a water up a duck's back at this moment in time. To be honest, I thought she had a really good game. One of the other mentions for the second half of the first half, shall we say, Chloe Kelly's volley that went wide as well. But the second half, that's where it goes a little bit more tasty, because Arsenal came out and they absolutely went for it. A couple of chances, Victoria Pilova hits it over the bar. There was a chance that London City from Imuran hits the post, and that was the closest that it came.
Now, she's a very good player. I enjoyed watching her, but she was a thorn in our sides. But not so much for Caitlin Ford once we got her on.
But it was the Beth Mead show once again. Last couple of minutes, who comes on? Beth Mead, Stina Blackstenius, and Frida Lindhardt-Mornham. What happens? 81 minutes on the clock. Beth Mead puts a cross in, and who's on the end of it? Stina Blackstenius. The whole stadium erupts. I think you could have probably heard that from all the way down Finsbury Park. It was just
absolutely. It was one of the better challenges, so to speak. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my camera. It's driving me nuts. Audio listeners, I know that means nothing. But yeah, no, it was great to get see Beth back on and reach that centurion of a total of 51 assists. So it's not really a centurion. The last one was. And I think someone miscounted or can't count on the WSL account, because I was looking at it thinking, hang on, since when was half a century 51 years? It's not. So I do question who's running that social media account, because they need to educate themselves massively. Oh, the first quadruple. No, the quadruple belongs to us. And we got the Champions League.
It's in the stadium now.
Both of them are. The one from 2007's in there. It's in the cupboard. I've seen it.
I was talking about the banners along the side, so they can actually turn around. So hopefully one day they'll actually show all that.
Oh no, absolutely. I think one of the nice things I did like when we were coming in and up the stairs to the first staircase, the Emirates, on the left-hand side of the armory, people were patting the stone where we said Champions Europe, they walked past like a lucky charm, and I'm like, I've been doing this for years. Why are you all doing this now? Like, it's just nice to have the women's advertising up.
I think that's the good thing as well, is that they actually, when they put that video out as well to say what they do and things like that, and having Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, and a couple of the other guys as well from the men's team all involved in that little video, that helped sell it a little bit more, and it's good to see. It feels a lot more one club now than, say, when it was a couple of years ago. It just felt like a couple of years ago, I think it was Rob Holding was sitting down with, I'm going to say it's Katie McCabe, and they were just talking about their dogs.
Taya.
Was it?
It was Taya Goldie. It was Taya Goldie, because in that video, no, it wasn't Taya Goldie. I think it was Beth Mead.
It was someone that was injured. I remember that.
Yeah, he leaked that Taya had another ACL.
Yes.
By accident in that video. So it was Beth from Rob Holding.
Yeah. But going back to the game, Beth Mead cross, and who's there to head in? Again, Frida Lindhardt-Mornham. And you know what? You look at what she did last season. I did say she was very... I wouldn't say naff. It was very much a 6 out of 10. Very consistent season. She didn't set the world on fire. But to get a goal like this, it sets you up on the right foot. And it just makes you realise that on her day, she is a fantastic player that can step up when she needs to. Okay, yeah, it's a 4th goal, but that, if you think about it, if a goal's going to win you games, winning this game by a 3-goal margin could be the difference come the end of the season if it goes back to goal difference.
Oh yeah, the goal difference is going to be is vital. I mean, we only got 3 out of the 4 that we scored, but it doesn't matter. It means London City Lionesses have got a -3. Yeah, -3, which I'm quite content with, because, as I said, I don't really want a team to come in and just buy the league.
Yeah.
Like, I know we say that about Chelsea, but the way that they've built over the years, Emma Hayes didn't spend loads of money like Bonpasta. She actually built a team that was worth winning it, if that makes sense for me.
Yeah.
But again, there's also the argument, but you can't build a team without having expensive transfers. You don't need expensive transfers. You just don't need it. And then it's like, football's a money game, but there is no money in women's football at the moment, so how could it be a money game? Do you know what I mean? So it's just so many counter arguments to it. And how it's the way that everything is going is going to be a money game, and people will be buying leagues.
With the way it's gone, let's just look back on £1 million players. Arsenal spent only 1, Olivia Smith. Chelsea have done it 3 potentially 3. I'm still discarding whether or not Naomi Gurma counts, because it's in dollars and not, and you've got the exchange rate, whereas you've got Leslie Thompson. That's over the $1 million mark. So that would, if you convert it, it's over £1 million. And I'm missing a player here. They brought in I'm sure they brought in someone else that was not the £1 million player. But you're questioning, are they £1 million players or not? Because for me, Naomi Gurma hasn't turned up yet. Leslie Thompson has not played yet for Chelsea.
No. So I feel like, again, they're doing what the men said. They buy up all the talent and they just leave the talent lying around somewhere and use what they've got. So we'll see how they ride out. I mean, Man City didn't look too great the other night. I mean, they didn't score any goals. Neve Charles helped them out. So they look unsettled. So it'll be interesting to see how the season goes for both of them.
Just on some other things as well in the WSL, because it was Arsenal were top of the league until Man United decided to go and beat Leicester 4-0. But come on. It was a very, very good weekend, I think. The Merseyside derby was fantastic. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw the goals go in. My wonderful WSL team, I got the hat trick, so I'm quite happy. I don't know how to pronounce their new player's name. I'm not going to even try. Ornella. Vinola. I don't know if the G is silent. But yeah, no. She looks really good, and I'm kind of sitting there looking at my team. I'm like, I pick Bronson every year, and it's just like, she's just a safe bet. Like, I've already got 3 Arsenal players. Before you come for me, I'm not going to pick DVD. I never pick an Arsenal goalkeeper. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting from them this season, I think, especially after that performance.
And it was against Gareth Taylor's Liverpool side. So, yes.
He's doing a great job, isn't he?
Sorry,
stick the knife in.
Tottenham beat West Ham 1-0 through in Beth England penalty.
They got their first 3 points of 2025. Yay! I mean that with the greatest sarcasm.
I actually am worried for them, because there wasn't a lot of news on their transfers. There was nothing really there that sort of...
They've got rid of Levy, but I don't think they're going to invest at all. Again, they're in the same category as West Ham. They don't care about their women's team. Couldn't give a monkey. As long as they meet the minimum requirement, nothing's going to happen. And I feel sorry for Beth England, because she deserves better. She really does.
just try and remember the Aston Villa Brighton game ended 0-0 as well. I believe that makes it up to 5 games. Nothing really. Oh no, sorry, Aston Villa. Did Aston Villa play?
Brighton 0-0.
Aston Villa Brighton. That was 0-0. Yes, sorry, I'm missing one. No, we've mentioned them all.
Yep,
So,
it's an interesting one considering the state of Aston Villa last season. They're going to be the ones to watch, I think, this season. I am going to curse them again. And it's nice to see the fact that Michelle Adjaman got her start as the 9. I'm really, really pleased about that. She deserves her flowers. I got very, very annoyed at her loan move again. I got very annoyed.
I don't see her as a left winger, which seems to be a when I saw it on my app, on my FootMob app, it said that she's playing as left wing, which doesn't make any sense. She's an out and out striker. She needs to be in the box.
Whereas Sky have got her out as the out and out striker. It's bizarre. That's why I said what I said.
Either way, Brighton, you've got 2 players there that you need to use. Could either put Kafaji on the wing or put Kafaji on in front of. Behind. No, which way? Either way, put Kafaji as the attacking midfielder.
Yeah, she didn't get a sniff this weekend, which is a bit disappointing.
I wonder if her injury's still a little bit of causing her a little bit.
I mean, she's been recovering all right from what I've seen on the social medias. But we'll see.
Jinx. I'm joking.
Show me Coca-Cola.
Right, next time I go to the Emirates, I'll get you a Coca-Cola.
No, thank you. That tastes like syrup.
Right. Thank you for joining us on Vic Akers Wonderland tonight. It's been lovely to talk to you, Lottie. You can follow us on Twitter, but you can also follow the YouTube page just by subscribing, leaving a little like if you can, just a little bit of a squeeze and love. As always, where can the lovely people find you, Lottie?
You can find me on Lottie_WFC on Instagram. I'm still abandoned to the world of Twitter again, so you won't find me on there, I'm afraid. I've banished myself from it. It's great. Matt, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on Substack, although I've been told that apparently I've been posting too much on Twitter that I've been writing. Well, I'm sorry, people, but I've challenged myself to be writing for every single day this year, and I've chosen to write on women's football. I'm sorry if that offends you, because someone out there decided to retweet Shahar's little thing to say, oh, by the way, you got that. Don't matter. Whatever, that's back. It is what it is.
Just be kind.
Yeah. It is what it is. But you can also find me on Twitter at MattLR28. That is all from us tonight. Thank you for joining us. And unfortunately, Adam couldn't be with us. So for Adam, you can follow him and his work with the Arsenal Archive, which I believe is AW Archive on Twitter. And I'm going to say
Adam Salter 4 on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, you can tell it's been a long time since I've done this, and we're just getting back into it.
We've had a summer off. We're rusty.
Yes.
We're sorry.
Yes.
Although the wheels off the cart did fall off as standard.
That's all from us tonight. Don't forget, come on, you Gunners. And most of all, thank you, Leah Valsi.